Hi guys, how's it going? It's been a couple of weeks since my last tutorial. This week I'm going to talk about the Heath Xone 42 mixer over here. So let me actually zoom in first and let's get going. Now on the site, as per usual, I've got a picture of this and I explain in more detail what all the different options do. So today I'm just going to go through some of these in the video as well. But yeah, check out the link in the description and you'll have more detail. Okay, so on here, hopefully you can see this. Now, the top left section here is the microphone section. I don't use that, so I'm going to ignore that. So I'm going to start from here. Now, basically, all of this is like my Allen Heath mixer. Every mixer is going to be slightly different, but they all have the same sort of functions, the same sort of features. Now, a lot of this stuff here that I'm going to show you will be in your mixer as well. So I've got 4 input channels here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I explained to you last time that I've actually got 2 input channels for each one as well in the back when I showed you how things are connected in the back. Now basically I've got the left CDJ on channel 2 and the right CDJ on channel 3. Now at the top here I've got the input level, which is the volume of the sound that's coming in. Now basically when you're playing tracks from different CDs, different MP3s, the volumes are going to be recorded at different levels. Therefore you want to make sure by using this that the volume as soon as it comes in is the same as the one that you're currently playing. So when you're mixing them in, they're actually at the same level and they don't sound a bit too weird. So if I play something here on the right, turn the volume down, input volume, turn it up. That's my input volume there. Okay. Down here I've got the equalizer. Now frequencies basically get split up into like low frequencies, mid frequencies and high frequencies. So these are your bass notes, these are your high pitched notes and your middle range notes. So what you can do is remove a particular frequency range or amplify it. Get rid of the bass, amplify the bass, get rid of the mid and amplify the high. So you can see you can mess around with the sound like that. That's your equalizer. You also have a filter. Turn this down a bit. Now what the filter does is it messes around with the frequencies as well, but slightly differently. Now with the filter, you've got 3 different types of filter on here. You have a low pass LPF, a band pass BPF, and a high pass HPF. Now what a low pass does is it lets all the frequencies below the current frequency level here, everything gets through, and everything above it gets cut off. So if I turn the filter on for this channel, let's set it up. So I'm letting all the frequencies through here. Turn it down, only the bass frequencies get through. Can you hear that? Yeah. We're going to turn it into a high pass filter so everything above the current frequency gets through. Turn it up. Only the higher frequencies are getting through. Now I also have resonance here. What resonance does is it sends the frequency that you're on, the cutoff frequency, it sends that back into the input and amplifies it. So you get quite a cool effect here. So if I turn the resonance on wild and then turn my low pass frequency up, low pass filter even. Yeah man. That's quite a cool effect that, isn't it? That's what that does. Okay, what else have we got? We have we have cue points. Now basically, if I'm playing this track here, start again, turn the filter off. So I'm playing this track here, then I want my next track to be cued in the headphones. So I press the cue button on this one here, and now when I play that one, I'll turn the volume down, and that one's cued in the headphones. Just turn this down a bit. So basically, you should be able to hear that in the headphones. Down here in the bottom left, this is my headphone area here. I've got my level, which is the actual volume in the headphones. So you should be able to hear that. That's my next track. I've got something called split. Split is cool. If I turn split on, what it's doing is it's going to play the track that's in the speakers in one ear and it's going to play the new track in the other ear, so you can play them both at the same time. It's rather cool, and it helps you mix. If you turn the split off, then you hear both tracks in both ears, the Q track and the one that's playing live. And there's a knob here called Q Mix, and that changes the ratio of how much of the Q track you're hearing compared to how much of the mix track you're hearing. So you can mess around with that until it's at a level that works for you, that makes it easy to mix. Okay, so that's the headphone section there. I've also got 2 jacks here, so I can have 2 headphones connected at the same time. It's good for when you're teaching other people how to mix, or people are teaching me. Okay, so let's stop that one. Okay, the other thing then is, pause that, what else have we got? So I'll explain all that. Okay, the crossfader and the volume levels. I use volume levels to mix. Turn that on. I use that to mix. Some people use a crossfader. What the crossfader does is, let's turn it on. In my mixer you can turn the crossfader off. I'll turn it back on. Pause that, turn it on. I'm going to say, this track here that I was playing, I'm going to make that the right hand side of the crossfader, the Y, which it already is, the red is the Y. And this one's going to be the X, the green is the X, which is the left. I'm going to play both tracks at full volume. Okay, and now I can use a crossfader and just change tracks like that. I prefer myself not to use a crossfader, I prefer to do it like this. Crossfader off, and just kind of use these here instead. You know. Obviously you have to be beat matched anyway. What else is there? Okay, you've got the volume levels on the top. So you have the main output volume. Turn that on. That's the volume that's going to my main output speakers. Yeah. Down here I've got the booth output. I remember last time I mentioned that that's actually going to my PC speakers as well, because they've got a better bass. So let's turn them on. So I can actually combine both of them and have all 4 speakers playing at the same time. Yeah man, that's it. Then you've got the VU meters up here. If I get rid of Q, it tells me how much of the volume's being played as well. Yeah, turn it down, turn it up. Cool man, I think that's about it really then. Is there anything else here? No, that's it. Am I out of time? I think I might just be out of time. So that's it really. So that's the brief introduction to the mixer. Now if you check out the actual post, I'm sure I explained more things. Yeah, actually I explained one more thing in there, which was the effects. I don't have special effects in my mixer, but if you do, you can actually use this dry wet knob here to send the output to the effects unit before it comes back, like chorus, delay, reverb. So for example, dry means nothing's going to the effects unit. Wet means everything's going to the effects unit, so I can't hear it until it comes back. And there's a button here called XFX to filter. If something's coming back from the effects unit, you can send that output to the filter first before you hear it. But that's not going to work for me because I don't actually have any effects units at the moment. Well, need to learn how to mix first. Okay, that'll do then. So next week, let's actually get going, actually start learning to mix and beat match. Catch you guys later. Adios.